And the multi-broadcaster, season 3 of the broadcast, week 14 of the 2024 season. I am joined by Fireman Richard, the Morning Coffee, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Rumble Studio, 0600 AM Eastern Daylight Time. Rich, how are you doing?
Doing very good, Tony. Glad to be here, and I'm seeing the alerts coming in. We're week 14 of the NFL, and it's getting exciting.
Yes, winding down. We're also joined by Michael George Bathurst, hashtag shout MGB. Mike, what is going on?
It's been a frustrating couple of weeks with football. Like if you were betting your livelihood, you would probably lose your shirt. It's been pretty tough. A lot of guys that are, what they would call the wise guys are having a rough time.
Mm-hmm.
Because none of it makes any sense. We
Welcome
we've
to our world. Go ahead, please.
yeah. Um, I the other thing that I did a video about recently too is we're starting to show value for the running backs. Finally.
You talked about that about a week or two ago. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm grateful to see that is being shown as a huge part of the game. And part of it is I think we're seeing coaches that have real defensive styles and like to run the ball, they're getting success.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have ever thought Russell Wilson would have done as well as he's done? You look like you're
No,
rocking a
that was
baby.
expected. That was expected from some people. In all honesty, that was. It was
Yeah.
just
Well,
being.
look at the camaraderie between him and the young guy there. Last week's
Justin
game, he went in for one play. He was there because he had the legs to get the first down. He got it, and he came out, and they Russell was right there saying great job and stuff like that. So I almost felt like I was watching the USFL last weekend.
Mhm.
Good morning, Tina.
Tina,
It reminds me of our room, the camaraderie.
yes, a little bit. Gentlemen, any recaps from the last week? Go for it, please.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, Michael.
Are
Go
you
ahead.
sure?
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Okay, we can jump. I'm going to do a topic that you're going to like. So, finally, Josh Allen is in the MVP discussion. Finally. And it's been now Keon Coleman, which Fireman Rich and I have been talking about for weeks. They're starting to say that he may be a better asset than Amari Cooper has been by getting him back because they are not able to do the middle like they did with Coleman. To see Coleman, like Amari's excellent at getting that basket catch, that our favorite quarterback Aaron Rodgers throws when he was 25, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We believe now they have enough weapons with everybody coming back that they could have a good run to making it to the Super Bowl with the pieces that they have.
Okay.
Kincaid is looking like he might come back.
Okay.
So, and I've always said that they're kind of B grade. What do you think, Fireman Rich, of the camaraderie and how well the Buffalo Bills have been playing this year?
I couldn't be as a Buffalo Bills fan. Full disclosure, and they right now they're my pick for the AFC Super Bowl side, and then the Detroit Lions. I think those are two solid but there's two other teams, solid teams. But last week when they played San Francisco, I couldn't be more ecstatic because the San Francisco, they're beat up. As far as I'm concerned, they're out of the playoff shot. As far
Yeah,
as
it looks like they're out of it. I kind of agree.
so they're on all cylinders. But the thing is, we've seen this in teams past. Remember the Baltimore Ravens? They were all set. They were before the playoffs started. They started racking going into the playoffs, and they imploded. So the same could happen. So I'm on pins and needles, but from what I'm seeing, Josh Allen definitely in the MVP round. Amari Cooper and the other receiver there you were mentioning, I think those are great assets as far as they're coming to, as well as the rest of the team. They're gelling as a team, and they just got to keep it going because anything can happen from week to week, as we well seen in the past. So I'm excited about the football overall. These games are counting, and we're seeing that in the gameplay.
What do you think, Tony?
I had another topic. I was going to let you finish that because something came up I was going to bring to your attention in your favor.
Okay.
They're starting to give credit to Brock Bowers.
Yeah, finally.
That's your man. They starting to give him credit. And I was like, Mike's been talking about him for a couple of weeks. You deserve the floor on that. He's one of the best players with that position this season so far.
Yeah.
He was ranked up along those lines. As far as the running backs at the beginning of the season, it was kickers. A lot of heat had been coming in the direction of the kickers as well. And a lot of their performances I started noticing were declining and they started getting criticized. Then everything switched to the running backs. So I got what you were saying. I was staying on flow with that. It's as far as the professional, what's the word I want to say, predictors.
Yeah.
If they think they're frustrated, they need to realize what we've been going through for the past 20 years.
Yeah. Well,
They need to realize, and that's exactly what it is. We've been going through the same mess you all are going through. Now you see why we be mad, we be fussing. A lot of times when you're already in the loop or you're on top of the game, it is what it is. Now it isn't for them. And that's
do you think there's a chance, like a very slight chance, that Mike Evans could still get 1,000-yard season
Yes,
if he
easily,
sets
yes.
the world on fire?
yes.
Did you see that catch he did the other day?
No, I'm just glad he's back healthy. That puts Tampa
Oh my
Bay
God!
in the playoff race.
There might be 3 people in the world that could have done that.
Yeah,
What he did, like,
that puts them right back in the playoff race.
the other thing is, and I love Baker Mayfield. He's great, but he's been hurt, and you can. It's showing in his results. He's not been the same the last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
The other person that I predict will do really well, and it's just a feeling. I have no logic with this, but I have a very strong feeling Garrett Wilson is going to have something to prove.
I got a feeling the Jets are going to go on a run.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some of the players are going to do well. And they lost, not huge losses. The other thing that's really strange is I swear they planned it this way, but finally, Joe Burrows is getting some recognition for what he's done. He is basically the best quarterback this year, numbers. I'm not saying he's leaping into the end zone like Josh Allen. Josh Allen has been more this year Clark Kent instead of Superman. And the reason is he's got running backs now. He's got
Joe Burrow is healthy. He is a great quarterback when he's healthy. So there's
right, but he's not expected to do it all, though, Tony. Last year, he had to do everything.
Well, Patrick Mahomes isn't either, and Joe Burrow is just as good.
Just to give you as far as for our viewers here, Baker Mayfield, he's got an Achilles injury. That's the injury that he's dealing with right now, Achilles.
Good. That's not good.
But he's 99% chance he's going to be playing today. So he's and I think doesn't Mahomes, he has Achilles. Seen a lot of Achilles injuries as far as that goes.
He keeps an injury every season and still makes it.
Yeah.
He keeps an injury, and that's what makes him good. But Joe Burrow doesn't get enough credit. He should be up in the MVP conversation as far as quarterback.
Well, he is one of the number one producers right now. Do you know who's kind of fallen off? Lamar Jackson is
He doesn't have
not
to do it all by himself, just like you
right.
were saying.
But so he's not the focus anymore.
He's the focus on the team, and they're going to nominate him.
I think he's still in that list there. But
Derrick Henry got 1,000 yards and still gave all credit to Lamar Jackson. He said it's because of him he's making those numbers. It's the way he's making the plays. Just being honest. So, like you said, as far as numbers, I could give them that. But as far as performance, which everybody gives credit to Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes has the record. Lamar Jackson has the performance. Joe Burrow's getting those numbers. Josh Allen is getting those numbers.
And Richard Sherman believes that he should be in Joe Burrow should be an MVP from what it's saying in the news.
Right he should be up there when he's 100% healthy. That's what makes Cincinnati dangerous. When he's healthy and that team is healthy, they are Super Bowl worthy. Even though they lost their Super Bowl they were in, and I watched that game, they controlled the Rams. They really did in that whole
Yeah.
Super Bowl. They controlled them, and I give that team full credit. They should face no disrespect for losing that Super Bowl because they controlled the Rams. The Rams got lucky on a couple plays and scored because they couldn't run and they couldn't throw. It was a short pass to save them on that Super Bowl.
Do you know what's scary is if you think about Super Bowls, right?
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been many quarterbacks in the last 5 years who've actually competed, except for Kansas City, who repeatedly Mahomes is got that seed, right? So last year we had Goff, right? And
Oh,
they
yeah.
yeah, and they I think they lost the opportunity. You saw how the 49ers fell off this year.
Injuries. Same thing happened
No,
a couple years ago.
old buddy. They're
Well, even old, they were playing fine, but injuries killed them. CMC first, then Brandon Ayuk, then
right.
who else was it? Purdy got hurt, but he came back. There was somebody else. They lost
Everybody's
yeah,
been
they
hurt
lost
this
key
year.
players. They got a real heavy roster. Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost key players, but they should be up in the conversation because they made it.
You know they're on their third string running back now.
Yeah, them boys been waiting to play. They'll be good. They'll be good. They just gotta get used to playing instead of sitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As
Do you
a
want to
player,
get it?
we all know we can make it in practice, but getting on the field is a different world.
Do you want to get it started so
Of
we
course I
can?
do.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Try to keep me on schedule.
Is Fireman Rich
I'm
ready?
standing by here, folks.
All right, let's go. He's got the numbers. He's turning them up. It's like bingo. We're ready. Let's go.
Ted and Brian were supposed to join. I was trying to wait on them. They said they were going to be here, so it's all good if they don't
It's
make it.
Christmas.
Not yet, but it's getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, the league is set on NFL.com. All information that we'll be using will be coming off of NFL.com's fantasy site. We go through quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, defenses, and kickers. As far as the predictions, expectations, and recommendations, we are going to start this off with the quarterbacks. Start them and sit them. They recommend starting Baker Mayfield of the Bucks against the Raiders. We were just discussing this.
And as far as Baker Mayfield, for the list I'm looking at here, Michael, he's like number 8th or 9th on the list right now, so he's still up there
Yeah.
as far as contention for MVP.
Yeah, he has been suffering.
Yeah.
He's been suffering. And I talked about this the pre-show here when promoting us. Sam Darnold is probably not going to be with Minnesota next year.
I caught a piece of what you were saying. Let's get to that next. As far as Baker Mayfield, do you recommend? I recommend starting.
Yes. Oh yeah.
No
He's
injury report. I have no problem with that. Do you, Mike?
If you have someone better, I would, and you know how much I love him.
against the Raiders.
Yeah, against the Raiders. Yeah.
Okay.
If you got another quarterback on your roster for fantasy football,
For fantasy football,
yes.
if you've got someone, he's just not been the production machine
Right.
that he was. He's
Gotcha. So
Okay.
next we got Sam Darnold against the Falcons. They recommend starting him. Go ahead, Mike. Take it.
he just looks good. He looks like he's back in stride. He had a couple games there. He was really bad. They're saying horrible things about Kirk Cousins right now. So, and we know that this is kind of a revenge game
Right.
for Kirk Cousins. So,
Mhm.
I hope he gets what he wants. But they're calling him old man syndrome now. He doesn't move very well.
He
He's
doesn't.
still got.
That's true. He doesn't. He doesn't. That's true.
And they were making fun that it looks like he's got a 20 a mile an hour throw radius now, where it used to look like he was throwing fastballs, 60 to 80. He is just not the same. Whereas Sam Darnold this year, I think right to the end, he's got a good chance to be in the MVP discussion. And I think
Yeah,
it was
he's right behind Baker Mayfield on the listing there.
Yeah, I think he has been a blessing. I don't think anybody thought in Minnesota they would have won as many games as they
Me neither.
had.
I did not. That's the truth. That is truth. Rich, what you got on this?
Sam Darnold, he threw 2 touchdowns last week against the Cardinals. I think he's going to continue with the Falcons. I think he's a great quarterback. He's an automatic start as far as I'm concerned if I was playing fantasy football.
So let me jump in on this. What you were
I
saying.
want you to.
Minnesota-
I want you to. I know what you're going to talk about. Go ahead.
With Minnesota jumping against Kirk Cousins, former quarterback. Okay, he got them close to the playoffs. Gave him one of the best records. They had an outstanding season a few years ago. Cool, but Kirk Cousins is looking like something's wrong. He's also probably not throwing the ball a lot because he's getting interceptions. His interception count is up,
Right.
and that's not good. He started off the season great. He really did. That Thursday night football game early in the season when it was them versus Tampa, phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. A lot of optimism behind the team. They are actually right now at 500. Yeah, I kind of predicted them getting above 500 or making the playoffs. They know what to get against him. I just don't know if they have all the players to stop him, but I'm quite sure people are familiar with his style of play. He's going to have to change it up for this game. I would recommend Sam Darnold on this game. This game will have my interest. This should be a decent one. God forbid if Kirk Cousins has a good game and Sam Darnold has a good game, this will be a blockbuster. This truly will be a blockbuster. Sam Darnold is playing like I thought he would when I drafted him as a rookie. Congratulations to him. Matter of fact, congratulations to both teams for being relevant topic of conversations and playoff worthy on both sides through this season because I don't think a lot of people necessarily expected it. Minnesota blew my mind. I had Atlanta up there, but I did not think Minnesota was going to do it. Justin Herbert of the Chargers against the Chiefs, you're going to have to. Once again, all hands on deck for Chargers because you're going to need it against the Super Bowl champion and one of the best records of the NFL. Rich, what you got on this one?
This is he's an automatic start. The particular game itself, though, it's Kansas City's favored by 4 points, but this is one of the games that interests me. I think it's one of, besides the Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, this game right here, because Michael, what he said about the Chargers, I would never expect the Chargers to be where they're at right now. So, and I think it's because of Justin Herbert, along with the rest of the team. So this guy is an automatic start. Now, I'll be interested to see if Kansas City defense can contain him. But I think this should be a pretty decent game, I think, to watch. One of the better games.
Gotcha. What you got, Mike?
This is, believe it or not, a very important game for both teams.
Yeah.
Kansas City has been fluky this year. They've kind of won on strange plays. You swear the gods.
And
strange is an
luck on a few of them.
understatement. Strange is an understatement.
Right? Like, blocked field goals. We can go on forever. But
Exactly.
but here's the thing. I feel like Justin trusts Jim Harbaugh. I feel like Justin feels like
that's what
I feel like there's real camaraderie there. They're both quarterbacks. Like the other day, they were throwing balls, and he was purposely throwing them hard enough that he couldn't catch them, Jim, and they were going through his arms. And he's going, yeah, you still got the zip, right?
That's
But
right.
he was doing it, throwing them hard, knowing he couldn't catch them, or they
Mhm.
would ricochet off his chest. You can tell there's playfulness between them. Justin, right now, I think, is one of the most underrated athletes, not quarterbacks, athletes in the league. He can
Healthy,
run.
when healthy, and I will say that because he's new to the league. When healthy, I give you that.
He has insane numbers since he's been in the league. He's just one of the. I used to wonder why they didn't win more last year. He used to blow my mind. I would
Yeah.
be. Yeah, so absolutely start him.
I
Thank
agree.
you.
I agree. Matt Stafford of the Rams, start him against the Bills. No debate for me at all on this one. None.
He's a top tier quarterback. Yes.
None. No
That's going to be
debate.
a great game.
That will be. That's going to be a monster game. That really will. Rich, you agree with this?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, but the big monstrous game for the Buffalo Bills got to win this. And as far as I think the big monstrous game for Buffalo Bills will be next week when they play Detroit. That's going to be the game here at the end of the season because it could be a potential matchup. But this is a very important. Every game is important, so the Bills have to win this. I got the Bills winning, but I think Matthew Stafford, he's when he's hot. But if the Bills can contain him, he could have some problems and stuff going against. But it depends on the Bills' defense.
I tend to agree. All hands on deck, both teams for this one, in my opinion.
Yes.
Streaming options: Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders against the Bucks, Jameis Winston against the Steelers, Will Levis versus the Jaguars, and Cooper Rush versus the Bengals. I'm starting Will Levis this week.
Yay!
DJ Stroud is on the bench.
Yeah.
Who is it in my league? I had to start Levis because I had him on my taxi squad. I'm in a dynasty league. I had to start him over Stroud and Anthony Richardson, both of them are on buys. So he was
Okay.
my third quarterback. So I will be watching that. Cooper Rush, big ups to Cooper Rush, doing what he can. Nothing against him as a backup quarterback for the Cowboys. I think they'll be fine. Jameis Winston, a lot of optimism, a lot of energy behind him. Glick was actually mentioning how much they love him up there because he's so hyped and he's so crunk. Aiden O'Connell, I think the radar's on you this week as far as performances. We got to see how it goes. Siddums, Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins against the
No.
Jets. Listen, I'm not going to debate sitting him,
No.
but he
He's
is
going to light up the
his
Jets
roll.
tonight.
Yeah, he's going on a roll right now.
Yes.
He is on a roll. The Jets have to show out. They got 9 losses. I think the season's over. Go ahead, Rich. I can't even say nothing.
No, I was just saying, Tua, we're always concerned about his condition and stuff like that, but he had he played outstanding against Green Bay. The Jets are nowhere near the caliber of Green Bay, so if you got this guy, he's going to light up the Jets as far as touchdowns.
The Jets are 3-9. They're done for the season.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Ladies and gentlemen, hang on, Mike, and I'm going to apologize for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this and say this right now. This season for the Jets was an absolute disaster. This is when I go ahead and face it. Absolute, bona fide, qualified, certified, undeniable disaster.
Disaster.
Period.
Yeah, disaster
There
for sure.
is no debate at this point.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mike. I'm sorry.
Well, they made fun of Zach Wilson last year, and
Right.
he actually did better, and he cost a lot less. Here's the thing that people don't
Because
realize.
they drafted him. He hasn't signed a contract yet. Go ahead.
Here's the thing with the Jets, and it has to be something with ownership, because there's been a dark cloud over them for a while. It's not just, and when they got rid of their coach, right? That was the beginning of the end. He was one of the key pieces to them being in the games. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was Aaron Rodgers flexing or they were feeling they had to do something, but every decision didn't get them closer to where they want to be. It got them farther away. Now, it's funny you bring up, did you bring up Jameis Winston?
Yes, as a
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Jameis Winston, yes.
Do you want to hear something weird? There's a rumor, it's just a rumor. The Jets are interested in him,
He'll throw too many interceptions. I'll go ahead and say it now.
but they want to get him. This is what I've heard. They want to get him a coach, a proper coach to help him with that part, because he does have a great arm.
He
And
does.
and my God, can he rally a room? He's like a preacher,
He's
right?
he's happy to be there and it's fine, but he throws too many. He throws too many. He's got Brett Favre numbers. Touchdowns and interceptions are the same.
Hmm.
Those are his numbers, and that's been his career.
Yeah,
He should have been with Tampa Bay. They should have went to the Super Bowl,
yeah.
but he got too many interceptions.
But that
So
can be remedied. It's been done with other quarterbacks where they've remedied it.
listen,
You
the
don't think
Jets are
so?
done. The Jets are done. Tua, your team's
No, no. I'm already building next
Yeah.
year. Right now, people are fighting for their jobs for next year. You're going to see a lot of pride with
Yeah.
teams that where they're already eliminated, guys working their asses off because they want to play next year.
everybody
Not
wants to play, no matter whether you're keeping a record. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Tua, you're doing good. I'm glad you're still healthy. I've been watching a couple of games. They're being careful on hitting him. I'm not mad at the NFL right now. I'm not. Geno Smith of the Seahawks, they say sit him against the Cardinals. I really can't debate it. However, I would risk it. He's been kind of energetic and enthusiastic with that
Yeah.
team. I see him trying to push a little bit of leadership, and it was working. But this is a tough game. Anybody playing Arizona is a tough game, and
Arizona's the favorite by 3.
and they're sitting at 500. Yeah, this is going to be a tough game. Go ahead, Mike.
And I picked Arizona.
2.5, yeah.
I picked
You agree,
Arizona.
Rich?
No, it's going to be a close game. I got half on my spread, but 3 Seattle. I got faith in Geno. I think Geno he got it done. It didn't look pretty last week, and Arizona, they're hit and miss. They're at home, so they could very well. I think that's why they're the favorite, because they're home. But I think Seattle, if they start off right and they keep the flow going, Geno just has a way. He's. I think he's better this year than he was last year, even though they could they have right now. They're winning their division, so they're doing something as a team. And where Arizona, they're fighting, they're right behind them, nipping at. So this is going to be a good game divisional wise.
I think so too.
You guys forgot one major thing. Metcalf is back, so that might be
That's a huge plus.
Yeah, that's a good plus for Geno. That's a good point, Michael.
right, and he can win a game himself. Now, Arizona though has so much young talent,
Yes, they can be scary.
and they're really good on special teams.
Yep.
They are. Caleb Williams of the Bears sit them against the 49ers. With the way the 49ers are looking,
Yeah,
I almost would say no.
Yeah.
I almost would say no. Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead with this
No,
one.
I agree with you. It's just the way the 49ers are at this point. And the Bears, I'd say go ahead and start him. He's been doing pretty good for the Bears right now. Trying to bring up his stats right here, right now, real quick. And let's see. He threw for 3 touchdowns last week against the Lions. So what's that tell you right there? You know, he can get it done against a team that's probably a little bit better than they played last week than this week.
Go ahead, Mike.
I picked the 49ers because there's so much pride,
Yeah, I think I do.
and they want to win really badly. I think this will be a great game. I think both teams have so much to prove, and I haven't completely given up on San Fran. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? No. I made a complete idiot of myself this year. If you look back, I was like, the Bears, they're going to be in the playoffs. They're going to win the division. No. But on paper, they looked great. I was rah-rah for New York as well. I was sniffing the Kool-Aid of the Jets. So we all make mistakes. You guys were thinking San Fran looked good. I felt they were old. I felt like they missed the boat. They missed the boat last year. That was maybe the last opportunity in the next 5 to 10 years.
Gotcha. I don't know what to say about that one. Kirk Cousins of the Falcons sit him against the Vikings, mainly because of the interceptions he's had recently, but I'm going to say no. Now, they did bench him and start Michael Penix, who I've been waiting to see how he's going to do this season. Cousins hasn't looked the same since last year's Achilles tear, to be honest. Bingo. That's the truth. But you know what? I think he had a great beginning of the season. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
We're going to dance? Okay. Minnesota, to me, right now, is in contention of maybe going to the second round in the playoffs. What I'm seeing so
That's
far,
a nice prediction. I like that. Please continue. I like that.
I think that's a possibility. I'm shocked that Tony didn't bring up Michael Penix about him being the quarterback, and because everybody's talking about if Kirk doesn't do it this game, bring in Michael. But they're saying you can't put someone in cold who's a rookie at this part of the season. It's just wrong. But then again, it might be a great if they got nothing to lose. Why not? What do you think?
Go ahead, Rich.
And so that right there would bench him as far as that goes and have somebody better. That's he's supposed to be a high caliber. If he's thrown 4 interceptions this late in the season, there's definitely something going on there that where and he's thrown interceptions before, so he's not really getting it done for the Falcons. So I would definitely sit him.
He's just old. I'm not trying to be mean.
Well, yeah,
him and Aaron are old.
Exactly.
Who's the only person that was old that ever did okay? What Tom Brady did okay? Anybody else? Anybody else that was a quarter?
Peyton did all right. Peyton did all right. Got to the Super Bowl.
Do you think Peyton would survive in this league with the elite athletes? No,
not now. No.
It's a different world.
If he had a line, his back was okay.
Yeah.
All right,
It
that
just
was
comes down to their age and their, the
Health.
young player just being
age and health. I agree.
More agile,
Ladies and gentlemen, those are quarterback recommendations, week 14, 2024 season, and of course, NFL.com. We are now going to running backs, which I apologize for cutting you off. I thought you was narrowing it down, so my bad on that. Ladies and gentlemen, running backs, start them and sit them. Kyron Williams of the Rams against the Bills. You're going to have to. You really are going to have to.
Oh yeah.
He's actually elevating himself and his stock options, honestly. What do you think?
I've been praising him for weeks.
Yes, you have.
And I have great belief in him. You have to start him, and let's be truthful. The Rams don't have a hell of a lot of targets. They don't, and he's good at pass as well. He's like he's one of those great guys you can throw the ball to, and he'll get the extra yardage. You throw so um, they got their hands full though. The Bills are
I
vicious.
think both
Right.
teams do. I think both.
especially down in the red zone this late in the season, from what I'm seeing on their play. He ended up getting 17 points last week against New Orleans, 100 yards rushing and with one score. So he's going to get his points. I think this is going to be a pretty tight game, a close game. I'm checking. What do you got for a spread, Michael?
We got Brian in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The original
Brian.
Ryan.
going on.
Yeah, the Buffalo's favored by 4.5 points, so it's going to be a close game. This is in LA's home, so it's going to be. We're not going to have the snow effect that helped Buffalo there in their game last week there, as far as that goes. And
and when you see Brian here, Fireman Rich,
yeah,
do you think about Texas at all? Do you feel about warm weather or
No, I think about some good barbecue that is
barbecue, hot sauce.
Barbecue, and that's number one for me. But just being down there in Texas, you got that Texas flavor down there with the. But how you doing, Brian?
What's the weather like there, Brian?
Here, I'll do you one better, guys.
Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, there we
you
go.
go.
The cowboy hat.
In the heart of Texas.
Brian,
What's the weather like, Brian?
Right now it is cold. It's
Who just dropped something? That's all I
it's
want to know. Who just dropped something?
54 degrees outside, and it's raining.
That had to have been Rich.
Everything okay, Rich?
Wow. Okay, Brian, we just finished
Hopefully-
quarterbacks. I'm on the running backs, just so you know.
Okay.
Just
Is
Yeah,
about.
I was making breakfast when you went on. I was like, oh crap.
I can't with y'all. Kyron Williams, yes, they start him. Tony Pollard of the Titans against the Jaguars.
yes,
This is
start
an
him.
absolute yes.
He's been great, eh? Agreed, Brian? He's been amazing lately.
Yeah, Tony Pollard's been good. It's just, like the offensive line has been struggling, but I mean,
He's
gotta
a
go.
patient back, though. Do you know what I mean by that? He'll wait. He'll kind of creep behind and wait for to get the slightest bit of room. Very few backs have that ability to wait. He does.
yeah, and also too, like once he sees he's like one of those runners he's a one cut and go.
Mhm.
Like he sees that open lane, makes that cut, he's off to the races.
Yeah.
You
But
good with
he'll
this,
wait
Rich?
for the cut, though. I've noticed that. Yeah.
Rich, you good with this?
Yes, definitely him. Yeah, Paul. He's an automatic.
Gotcha. Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs against the Chargers.
Who's
I'm
that
I
saying
don't know
guy?
yes.
how. What do you
say
think,
yes.
Tony?
I'm
Why?
gonna say yes. He's
Why?
pretty much the premier running back. Am I wrong? He's the starting running back, isn't he?
He's
I
supposed
thought
to
they do a
be.
rotation.
They're
Well,
rotating, but he's the starter, if I remember correctly.
For the Friday game, for Black Friday game, he ran the ball 7 times for 44 yards and caught one pass for 5 yards.
That's not great.
So he's got very
Not
average
at all.
numbers.
Yeah.
Average for the season, but I think he's better. I would start him against the Chargers, and I'm not going to deny the Chargers. Look at their record, 8-4.
Yeah.
Mike
Do you-
thought it was going to be in the reverse.
So we are fantasy, so we've got to remember something. Did you know the number one team at giving the least amount of points is Los Angeles Chargers?
Do you know that the Kansas City Chiefs are the one team that has stopped the premier running backs, knocking them down to only 50 yards in the game?
Oh wow!
The Chiefs
Oh.
defense.
Yeah. So it's going to be a defensive battle, probably.
Yeah, this should be a good game.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
both teams have decent, high-powered offenses. The defenses are going to be the standouts. Tyrone Tracy Jr. of the Giants against the Saints. They recommend starting him because they ain't got nobody else to recommend for that damn.
I've been praising him for the longest time.
Mhm.
I like him. It's hard because when teams are not, they're. Someone said that this was a suck fest.
I'm not going there.
That like, and it was
Pause.
two stinky teams. You got to go with the team that stinks less. So to me, I went with New Orleans.
Yeah, he ended up getting a score last week against the Dallas Cowboys, and as far as the New York Giants, they're eliminated from the playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
if you need points, this guy will probably get. He's projected at 11 points, which he'll be interesting against New Orleans. This is in New Orleans, so but I got New Orleans to win this game also. So
Yay! We agree.
Brian, what you got?
Tyrone Tracy against the Saints. I think I picked the Giants on this one.
yes, you did, which I was like, okay.
Were you under the influence of anything at that time, or were you just having a barbecue and maybe were ready for a nap and judgment had left you? Or
And actually, the Giants are favored by 5.5 points.
Are you
I
serious?
mean, and also too, it's like they still want to leave off on at least a decent note versus a
Because they
shit.
got rid of that quarterback. They changed quarterbacks. So that's fine.
do you remember how good the Saints though looked the first two games? They looked like they're going to take the league over.
I mean, but it sucks though. Like for the Saints though, I mean, like the Swiss Army knife is out for the year, is out for the season.
Exactly. More starting options. Chase Brown against the Cowboys.
Isaac Guerrero.
Alvin Kamara, the Giants, hands down, no question.
Yeah.
James
Isaac
Conner,
Guerrero.
Say that again. Why do you like him?
Who, Alvin Kamara?
No, Isaiah.
Oh,
Because now he's getting he's getting the mass workload, and apparently they're like saying like he's a really good, strong, solid runner. So pretty much he'll be running it like Pollard. He'll be running it,
He's a power back, right?
yeah.
I don't know anything about him. That's why I'm picking your
I don't
brain.
either. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
picked him up in both my ESPN leagues.
Gotcha. Siddums, Travis Etienne of the Jaguars against the Titans.
He's been bad for a long time.
He actually had a
Yes.
couple of decent games this season, didn't
Yes, yeah, I would say sit him. What do you say, Rich?
Jaguars, they're having some problems and stuff like that.
That's an understatement.
So I'd probably sit them if I got somebody better as far as that goes.
I think anybody'd be better, unfortunately.
Jaguar, they're just in a mess right now. I guess that altercation they had last week, another player that threw the first hit came from the Jaguars, and he's been fined a sizable amount here that just came in the news here recently. The other guy from the other team that gave the hit. And the odd thing is, Trevor Lawrence, his operation wasn't from this hit; it was from a previous concussion that he from a couple weeks back, I think.
he? Gotcha.
Yeah.
What you got, Brian?
I don't know. I think they may. I mean, it's with Trevor Lawrence down, and then I think with the backup, I think they may just go ahead and just run the ball the whole game.
So it could, yeah.
No, I don't think they're going to run the ball the whole game, but we will see how it goes. Travis Etienne, he should be okay even against the Titans, but I don't know.
But
Tony,
but
what happened to the
here's the
Titans? I want to hear what Tony thinks about
I have
the
no
Titans.
idea. Brian and Mike will have to tell me. I have no idea.
Yes,
But
you
here's,
do.
but here's the
You-
thing. But here's the thing, though. By running the ball, you're wearing down the lineman.
That's so true.
By keep
And you're-
running
and
it
you're
running
controlling
it,
the
and when
clock.
You throw a pass here and there. You throw a pass in the slot, or you go a slant, or every now and then go deep. But if you keep going, like keep it short, like 2-3 yards gain by running or whatever, you're wearing down the lineman. And once the linemen are wearing down, like third quarter, fourth quarter, off to the races.
Brian, is your real name Jim Harbaugh? Because that sounds like him.
Gus Edwards.
I played for. I
The
played
thing
football.
is, the Tennessee,
I played football.
the Jaguars, they have been eliminated, and the Titans are on the verge of getting an E also. This is a divisional, but it's a game that doesn't matter. With
I used to love him. What happened to him?
Yeah.
Sit Gus Edwards of the Chargers against the Chiefs.
I'd start him.
They used to call him Gus the Bus.
Yeah, they
Now
did.
he's just Gus Busted. It's not good. He's
Mhm.
been awful this year.
He only rushed for 32 yards last week.
He was great with the Ravens. What happened? He must be.
Different team.
Offensive line.
Different team.
Yeah,
Offensive line.
not getting that. And not
Oh, is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of teams that beat offensive line.
Yeah,
never
Okay.
touched the ball.
if you have a wall protecting you and doing what they're supposed to do, oh, you'll run all day.
Well, last week he only had 6 touches in the whole game. So,
But being that this is Kansas City and everything, so I think Kansas City is kind of weak on the run, though.
They are.
We're going to see today. We're going to see today. I got
They're weak on the run.
I don't have too much of a debate. Nick Chubb of the Browns, sit him against the Steelers.
I would sit him.
no, he's
That's
Yeah. He's
That's
not 100%, guys. He's just
There
not.
you go. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know. Let me ask Glick.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
such an ass.
He's at this game, I believe. He's at this game, I believe. He said I saw a little bit of his replay that he's going to be at this game.
That's
He's in
right. He come
Pennsylvania.
on last night.
Yeah.
Do you know what's scary, though? I think Cleveland has Pittsburgh's number. Do you know what I mean? Some teams have other teams' number. I would not be shocked.
It's a rivalry.
It's a
I would
rivalry.
not be shocked if Cleveland won.
But
It's a
just so
rivalry
you,
like-
just so you know, week 10 or week 13 against Denver, he got 10.5 points. Week 12 against Pittsburgh, he had 18 points, and he is projected. Well, he's projected at 8.2, probably because is he injured?
Is it going to be snowing?
No, he's active. He's not
Is-
injured, so
Is the weather forecast snowing?
I'm not sure.
Because if it's snowing, I might say start him.
And maybe Kareem Hunt of the Chiefs, sit him against the Chargers. He's not getting the ball enough. That's all.
He's not getting the ball.
He's
Yeah,
not getting the ball. That man's a beast. He's not getting the ball. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is odd because you got Isaiah. They want to you rather start Isaiah versus Kareem, but I mean I understand Kareem is older, yes. However,
He's not getting
utilize both guys.
Yeah,
up for
but
100 pounds.
what happened to Carson Steely?
Yeah, what happened to Carson Steele? I mean, yeah, I thought he was gonna be like the sleeper.
He's still he's getting more votes than a lot of the rookies, and he's not even playing.
Those were your running back recommendations, week 14, 2024 season. NFL.com. We are going to the wide receivers. Pacheco is their main man. Kareem Hunt's not going to get the ball. Steely, I don't know what happened. He did fall off the radar. I'm glad you brought that up. But Pacheco,
But he had like 2 fumbles.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Stardoms for the wide receivers: Drake London, Darnell Mooney against the
Yes.
Vikings.
Yes.
You have to. You have to.
Yes.
Seriously,
Yes.
you have to. In Atlanta, all hands on deck. You
Rich.
have to. Minnesota sitting there comfortable. Look at that record, 10-2.
Rich, what do you think statistically? Do you have it there?
on which one? We got 2 of them here.
We've got
both of
two Minnesota guys. We've got Drake London, and we also have
They're
Darnell
Atlanta
Mooney.
Falcons. They're not Minnesota guys.
Drake.
They're Atlanta Falcons. They're not Minnesota.
Drake, we have.
Oh, sorry. You're right. You're right. Drugs.
Drake,
Canada.
he's limited practice on Wednesday.
Thin air.
Knowing that, I don't think I'd start him.
Old age.
As far as Mooney, let's see. On Mooney, he might be the better of the 2. And Mooney is
Really?
Achilles rested, so both of these guys are not really top.
100%.
They're not 100%. So I don't know why they're saying start them for. Maybe it's because against Minnesota, I wouldn't start these guys from what I'm seeing in the for fantasy football.
I like Drake.
I would
I
start
do.
both of them, and I'm gonna tell you why. Drake London's one of the newer players on that team. Darnell, I'm not too familiar on, but they can get it. They can get it done. They can get it done. It may be something.
Drake will
against
probably
Minnesota.
get you 8 points, and Daniels will get you. Well, Drake has more points as far as fantasy football, so
Yeah.
7, 8. Where Daniels only got he's down averaging 3 or 4.
They'll
So
get downfield. Always remember
Tony, why haven't you mentioned the quarterback
that. Which quarterback?
for the
14.
Falcons?
I did mention the quarterback. I just talked about him.
No. The quarterback you've been mentioning since the beginning of the year.
Tomorrow Penix.
Right.
He
You
hasn't
haven't
played.
mentioned him. Are you just being respectful to
He hasn't
Like,
played. He hasn't really played.
did Kirk Cousins call you and say, "Look, stop doing that. You're hurting my
He
feelings."
hasn't played.
He is throwing the ball faster and more accurate
But not
than
enough.
the old man in the walker.
but not enough yet. I'm waiting on him to break out. I'm waiting on him to break out. Seriously, he's got to get out there a little bit more. They benched
So
Cousins
if
one
they,
game.
what
put
are
him out
they going to
there.
do? What are they going to do if
I don't know.
they hurt him?
If they hurt who? Penix?
No,
Cousins?
Cousins. What are they going to do? Are
Start
they going
Penix.
to? Right. So is the season gone?
No.
Yes. If
No,
they,
it's not.
oh come on, man.
They're at
You can't
500.
win with-
No,
you-
it's not. They're at 500. No, it's
You
not.
can't win with him. He's a mess.
We're going to see. It's not over. He's got a backup. I'm telling you. Jaden Reed of the Packers against the Lions. Start him. Yes.
I don't know. He had a big fat 0 in the Thursday night game. He had no catches at all.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Big
Rich,
fat-
I love you. He had a big fat zero.
Against the week prior, he had 16 points. So based on that, I probably would have started him. But he has zeros across the board when they played Detroit, and that was.
Gentlemen, say good morning.
Good morning, Jason.
Morning, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Brian.
Mm-mm.
Good morning, Texas.
You're messing up the show. You're going to see.
Good
this
morning,
on YouTube.
Rich.
You do that, right?
Good morning,
Good
Buffalo.
Watch it.
You're going to be on YouTube when you do that.
Good morning,
We will.
Josh
We're
Allen.
gonna go today. Jaden Reed, start him. You have to. Packers against the Lions, you have to. Period.
Yeah,
Jacoby Myers of the Raiders against the Bucks.
he is so good. He is
What's
so
that?
good, but he gets injured a lot, and he gets very little respect. I don't know why.
Not getting the ball enough.
I don't know. No, but me and the analysts aren't nice to him. And every time I see him, I like him. I think he looks good.
We've talked about him a couple times this season. I kind of agree.
Yeah, I like him. What do you think, Rich?
Oh, he has an ankle issue, and last week he gets his number. I guess he's had some pretty decent number. He had
Yeah,
10 points against Kansas City. Denver, he had 12. He's expected to get at least 9 points. I'd start him. He's got a solid 9 points at least for fantasy football.
What you
Brian,
got,
what do you
Brian?
think?
But who's the Las Vegas quarterback?
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden
Aiden
O'Connell,
O'Connell.
the superstar of Rent-A-Car.
Okay. That's
He's
interesting.
not good.
Brian?
He's not good.
Love you too, big boy.
I'd roll the dice.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I would on this guy. Yeah, with the
I would too. Marquise Valdez-Scantling against the Giants. Listen, if you didn't see that game a couple weeks ago, he still got it. He still got it. He had
That's
two
JoJo's
touchdowns.
favorite player.
Yeah, remember I talked about it in that group chat we had. He had about
Yeah.
2 touchdowns in one game. I said, yeah, he hasn't lost a step. He's going to be fine. So New Orleans, yeah, I think they will still be
he
relevant.
can find the end zone. That's what they're saying. He
Yes,
had
Tony, do you play favorites? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying I'm playing favorite. I'm telling you,
I
what
think you
see.
are.
I am.
What do you think,
witnessing.
Brian? Is he playing favorites?
I am witnessing, and I saw it. He did not look too good with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was decent with the Green Bay Packers. Now he is looking good with the Saints. The Saints will still be relevant. Between him,
I like when you say witnessing. I feel like I'm at church.
Marquez Valdez,
Very
Marquez Valdez, Scantling, start him against the Giants. No debate.
It's
Start with him.
Marquez.
More streaming options. More starting options. Excuse
Oh.
me. Malik Neighbors against the Saints. Malik Neighbors
What the
against
hell
Giants
is happening to him?
I don't know. Lad McConkey for the Chargers against the Jerry Judy against the Steelers, and Calvin Ridley versus the Jets. Yeah, I got no debate against any of those. Now Malik Neighbors, I can tell you what happened. He talked out against his team, and rookies ain't supposed to do that. They probably silenced his ass. Sit him. Debo Samuel of 49ers against
You know that lad was injured this week. So
Sasha, Sasha, to answer your question, like
Sasha,
towards the end of the
what
season,
up,
that's
Sasha?
when teams start balling out. So yes, it may show that they may be under 5, but they may prove you wrong.
That's the thing, Sasha. They just might prove you wrong. We got predictions and expectations, but the game has shown a difference in what people think is going to happen.
under
But
5.
I'm going to go with Bears.
Yeah, on
I
this
think
game,
most of the ones we're choosing, they're getting at least 5 or 6 points. So
Sasha's right. Look at that. She's right.
Wash.
Debo looks washed.
Sasha's a guy.
Oh,
Sasha is a guy.
You'd be surprised.
Mike, Sasha
Is it?
Yes.
Just
He's
Oh,
from
sorry,
Atlanta.
sorry about that. One of my favorite dogs was Sasha, and it was a girl.
He's got his own. I'm in the fantasy football league with them. It's called Airtime Unrest. Big ups to Sasha. Big ups to the Airtime Unrest Fantasy Football League, and big up to Tingles Bar and Grill over there in Cantina. I appreciate you, man. He's been rolling with me this season. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Debo against the Bears. Listen, the Bears defense. San Francisco not being 100%. I can't debate it. I can't.
I mean, you know what? Like
I can't debate it.
Adam Thielen may break out today.
He did last time for Carolina, yes. But this is Stardoms, is it not? Oh, this is
This is Stidham.
But I mean, I'm saying, like,
No, he's been
Guy is
horrible this
definitely-
year.
no, I'm just saying.
We got to sit deep on this.
Hey, Carmen.
It's Carmen. Oh
Hi,
my
Carmen.
goodness. Leaving for a workout. Sasha means Alex. Go work out. Thank you, lady.
He ended up last week against Buffalo. They had his number. He caught 4 of 5 for just 20 yards, and he lost a fumble. And so they had him locked down last week.
They did have him locked down. That's
And
exactly
I think the Bears are going to do the same thing this week.
Well,
Rich.
the Bears secondary, they're like so-so. They're mediocre. So
I think even mediocre. With this guy,
I roll the dice. I'll start him.
no, I wouldn't. Not on this guy.
I wouldn't start him with that defense, but you almost may have to. Chicago Bears will keep a defense. Whether they win or lose, they keep a defense. Jalen Waddle of
But
the
if you got Isaac running the ball, you wear out that front line.
Okay, I hear you. Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins against the Jets.
I don't know about
No
this
debate.
one.
No debate. If two was out there, yes, I would start. Actually, you know what? I take that back. These are the sit-ems. I
He's
would
a
start
sit-em.
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, I was going to say start this guy.
Start this guy. Yes.
Yeah, start him.
He's
He's got Tua back
Purdy
there.
back? No.
Now, here's the question. The Jets defense can stop them. They may not win the game, but their defense can do something. However,
He had 2 weeks ago against New England. He had 20 points. So that tells you he gets his. And last week he had-
would you?
Yeah.
Is Purdy back? I think he is.
All right, I'll check.
I think he played
One
last.
moment, please.
Tua is playing exactly, Sasha. The Jets defense may slow this down. That's why they got him down as a sit-em. Jalen Waddle also wasn't putting up the premium numbers we expect him to have, and there are wide receivers who will get higher numbers than him this week. I understand why they got him as a sit recommendation, but just these playing. Yeah, they are. They playing like it's a mess, but they can stop him if they want to. They really can. Adam Thielen of the Carolina Panthers. They say sit him against the Eagles. Only
He looked good.
He's
He
going
looked
up
good last week.
But let me say this: Bryce Young is starting to look like he's improving.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know if
he-
anybody knows that. I don't know if anybody.
He's got his confidence.
He's starting to get. To
Adam
where he-
looked great too, guys. Last game, if you
Oh,
remember.
Adam's been looking fine since he was with the damn Minnesota Vikings. He was a beast. He was one of the top receivers in fantasy. About
he had 16 points last week against Tampa Bay. So
Yes.
I'd be questionable about not starting him.
I would start him. I think they got momentum and
Brock
connecting.
Purdy is in.
Thank you. Brock Purdy is in, Sasha, and no, the Eagles are not going to win the Super Bowl.
See, I agree with him.
They're not going to win the Super Bowl.
No, I agree with you. Fly, Eagles, fly. I think there's a good chance.
Now,
You're
they are the number 2 team in the NFC.
Let's go Lions.
They have to get.
we
past
talked
that.
about this. Don't show your armpits.
They have to get past the Lions. But the Lions have a lot of injuries, which may validate Sasha saying the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Mike, I think you talked about that.
Oh, I
Yes.
think the Eagles are. Hey, everybody knows I love the Bills. I want the Bills to win so bad. I
Toronto
want
Bills?
Josh to win, but
They are going to win.
okay.
Toronto
And
Bills will win.
if you drink the water in New York, where it's going to win, or if you live in Toronto and you drink the water, they're going to win. The problem is logic sets in, and you go, there's still a team that's maybe going to do a three-peat, and the Eagles, since they got Saquon, man, they're dangerous.
Sasha,
They
I don't know
are
about
so
this.
dangerous.
I don't know about that, Sasha. Save me
I
that.
love your optimism, Sasha.
Save me that conversation. Adam Thielen, I hate it, but it's because of the team you're on and the team you're up against. The odds are against you.
That could happen, Sasha.
Energy though.
They're starting to show that.
Energy though.
Rome or Dunze or Oduns, however you pronounce that, against the 49ers.
Rome Dunze.
Odunze, thank you. The Bears offense.
I've also heard Odunzi, but go ahead.
Yeah,
He's
the
not very
Bears offense
productive.
against anybody. I
Yeah,
don't-
you gotta put some like to it. Some
I got no debate. I got no
Like James
debate.
Brown. Think you're James Brown when you do it. Good God.
I got no debate against this one. No.
Yeah, he only caught two
Yeah.
catches, 6
Get
targets,
on, good
25 yards last week. So
Will you two behave? Will you two behave? Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Rich. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your wide receiver.
Hit it and quit it. All
Week
right.
14, 2024 season close at NFL.
All right.
We are now going to the tight end position. Lord have mercy. These two.
Pray. Oh Lord, I pray.
Didn't you go on early so you could have got that out your system? What are you doing?
No, I'm playing with Brian here. It's my friend.
Pause.
We're in the
Pause.
sandbox
Pause.
together.
Pause. Solomon Siddons for the tight end position. Recommendations. John Smith.
Yes.
Against
John
the
New
Jets.
Smith is a built truck juggernaut.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Do
is.
not
I agree.
doubt this man.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
This man earned my respect when he was a Tennessee Titan. The
Okay.
Texans were on the 3-yard line about to score. Or no, the Titans were.
Mhm.
And the quarterback Tannehill threw an interception. The linebacker intercepted, ran it back. Jonnu Smith was on the other side of the end zone, ran him down like Don Beebe did Leon Lett at the Super Bowl and stopped his ass.
And DK Metcalf did old boy the other week, ran him all the way downfield.
But I'm just
Jonnu
saying,
Smith is a
Jonnu
beast.
Smith was on the other side of the end zone
You know what, Brian?
and ran him down.
You know what, Brian? Just gave me a brand new idea. I appreciate it. This is why sometimes you got to let people be, ladies and gentlemen, when you're live streaming and broadcasting. We need to work on a fantasy football Hall of Fame.
Got quiet in here all of a sudden. As soon as suddenly got quiet all of a sudden.
We need to do that. Sasha, I want you on board with that one. So you're gonna stand by. I'm be in touch with you. I'm on your ass. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Jonnu
brand new
Smith
idea. Brian,
started him.
I appreciate that little, let me say my Stephen A. Smith words, diatribe that you just gave right there. Yeah, we're
That
gonna
was
have to
good.
work on
That
fantasy
was good.
football. Yeah, we're gonna
I liked
work on
it.
fantasy football Hall of Fame. I like that. Jonnu Smith stardom. Cade out of the Bucks.
Love him.
It's
You
the
know
Raiders.
that?
No debate. I got no debate against this. None.
He's
None.
huge.
None.
He's
None.
huge guy.
No debate. Rich, are you in
Rich.
agreement with this?
for Smith, he continues to capitalize on increasing targets from the Miami offense. He recorded 6 or more receptions on 8 or more targets in each of the last 3 games. Tight end has quickly become a reliable option in the lineup for fantasy football managers. And he had 10 catches of 11 times targeted for 113 yards in the loss to the Packers. So he's going to get some points, folks.
Are we talking about Cade?
Yes, we are.
No, I'm talking about Smith.
See, yeah, that's why it's
I'm
good.
Oh, okay. Good question, Mike. I thought you were talking about Cade. My
Okay.
bad.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I-
You moved on. Okay. I'm one behind here. I'm
That's
sorry.
all right.
You're good. Cade out.
I'm probably against less. Yeah, just a team. Stardom.
Brian, what you got?
Yeah, I started.
Let's check.
Gotcha. No debate. Anybody here? Thank you for that. Will Disley of the Chargers against the Chiefs. They say stardom.
I don't know him. Is he any good?
They've been talking to him a lot.
Yeah,
He's about him a lot for the past couple of weeks. So yeah,
Brian?
Ted in the chat.
Hello.
Ted in the chat. Appreciate you, Ted.
Hey Ted, he didn't catch. Not catch. Well, let's see. He did not catch his
It's
only
Ted,
target.
it's Ted the Toolman. Ted the Toolman Hicks.
Mhm.
He had 0 points last week, so I'd be a little leery of them.
I don't know. I'd go ahead and take a chance because I think like with everything on the line, I mean Jim
True.
Harbaugh is going to pull a surprise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Streaming option. Chiefs Noah Gray versus the Chargers. Yeah, Noah Gray's been sneaking in there a little bit with his points. I've been noticing that. He has been
yeah,
sneaking
but
in.
I mean
Go ahead, Brian.
they're going to be utilizing Kelsey a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sasha, I do agree with that. This will be a high scoring game compared to other teams. I mean, other games they've had in the past. I agree with that. Sit Kyle Pitts. Oh, Jesus.
No.
Against the Vikings. Against the Vikings, Brian. Against the Vikings.
I understand that, but no.
He didn't catch any. He had 2 targets. He was targeted 2 times last week. Did not catch him in the loss against the Chargers last week. So, yeah, that goes back to the quarterback, I think, as far as that goes. And even the week before, he had barely was at 1 point for the game against Denver. So he's not very productive.
Oh, Jesus.
Why does
All
that
right.
bother you so much?
Well, why
Ben?
Look at what they're saying right there. Look at what they're saying. We've been waiting for Pitts to break out for a few seasons, and it just hasn't happened. for a few games. We've been waiting. It hasn't happened. Has he been
Speculation.
out there? Yes, he has been on the field. He just hasn't been breaking out for fantasy points. And understand that. Sasha, I see you over there. I appreciate you. Tucker Craft for the Packers.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Sit,
Craft is a big play touchdown reliant. I would not bank on either from
that
him.
game was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good game.
That recent game he was in, Tucker Craft, his name came up, and I've been trying to keep a little bit of a watch.
He got 10 points fantasy wise, so he
We
got.
talked about that last week, and I said he's going to break out. Every time that they say sit him, he does well the next week.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Oh, this is Stidham's. Okay, yeah, I would start. Yeah, okay.
Take care, Tina. Thank you for coming through,
Bye,
man.
Tina.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Tina.
much. Thank you.
I'm telling you, Lions going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Lions, Ravens, Super Bowl. That is my preseason
Why,
prediction.
why, Brian?
Today.
Brian, why?
Yeah, I mean, they could have went last year, but I think they got screwed. You know,
Everybody does. Everybody does. Everybody does.
they were screwed last season. No,
Oh.
Detroit is on a mission.
I'm
They're,
glad you
they're
said
really banged up though this
I'm
year.
glad you said that. I noticed something too.
Okay.
Sasha may be correct when the Eagles went into the Super Bowl. Guess why?
Why?
And I'll be the rabbit hole digging conspiracy theorist on this one.
Okay.
Ooh,
What's the one thing the Lions did last year they never did before?
Kept going on fourth down when they shouldn't have.
Somebody check to see if they have ever been to an NFC championship before last season, please.
last
Oh,
time that happens when Barry Sanders played
Yeah, that's
So they've been there before?
a long time ago.
a long time.
Barry
Right,
Sanders was the last.
They never won a Super Bowl or been to a Super Bowl, so they've been there
They've
before.
never been to a Super Bowl, but they
Okay.
got to the
So
championship.
they got
and
close.
lost.
So they matched their best season ever, correct?
They've never won a division. Do you know that? And they might this year.
I thought they
I
won
think,
the division
no, they
last
did.
year.
They clinched it. They
They
clinched
won
it.
the division last year.
No, they
No,
did.
they didn't.
Okay,
They
so
clinched,
this
they
season,
clinched the division as of Thursday. They clinched it.
so
Right,
this season they
Right,
clinched the
but they've
division,
never
right?
done that before.
So they've done that. So this is one thing that they've never done before. Guess what else they never
Right.
did before? They never had the 11-game win streak they just had as of last week.
This is
But
the-
they
this
did
is
it.
by far
But
this
they
is by
did
far the
it
best
banged
season.
up. They all the pieces that they have, their main pieces in defense, are a mess. They're just throwing people in. Like they were saying, there's people literally off the street that they've thrown in, and that's why he's been so aggressive with his offense, because he feels like he's got to do everything. He went on. He went for five of the fourth downs this week. That
Here's the trick. They've done what they haven't done before already. Clinched the division. Longest win streak ever.
Yeah, but they've been
don't-
rolling the dice, Tony.
But
Like
they
a
don't
lot
have
of
to
people
do
are shaking
anything
their
else
heads.
to be worthy. Maybe why they may not make it to the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
They've done all they needed to do to increase their value. Now,
Rich,
it's up
Rich,
to
do
them
you
to
do you
keep
think
going.
that the Lions are gonna do anything?
The Lions are going to be in the Super Bowl for the NFC, and the Buffalo Bills will be in it for the AFC. That's my
Gotcha.
pick.
Gotcha.
Okay, and, I'm
Oh, that's a great game.
Gotcha.
and we're going to see a preview of it next week. when,
Detroit versus
Detroit
Toronto.
hosts
Oh my
Buffalo.
God.
This is going to be a monster. Let me see. I see what you're saying over there about Campbell, Sasha. Campbell is the heart and soul of that team. Honestly, he's on the bench here to come around still linebacker for Lions. Gotcha. Packers, Lions. Was this game? What was the Thursday night game? I forgot.
Packers Lions.
Okay, so I was in and out because I had to get up early that morning on Friday morning. So I was in and out watching it, but I think it was a bit of a monster, if I remember correctly. I think that's right. I picked Green Bay and Detroit won, even though it was back and
I
forth.
picked
That's what
Detroit.
happened. Yes.
You know how they
Green-
won it? It was on the foot of Jake Bates, my kicker, that I've been
Yeah.
talking about all season long.
Yes, you
He's
have.
been getting it done for Detroit.
Yeah.
And yes, you have. That is a fact. Cole Kemet.
But they barely won it. Let's be
They did.
real.
was a
Okay,
tough
no,
game.
Michael.
It was a
It was a very close game on both
I
teams.
thought I'd lost. I watched it. It was the fourth quarter, and I thought, okay, well, I lost that one. I'm one in the hole.
Yeah, I
Cole
watched it
Kemet
again.
at
It
the
was
Bears, at the 49ers. Listen, you can't. I like Cole Kemet as tight end. Pause.
I love him, but he's not doing great, is he?
I had him last
Unpause.
season. He was pretty good to me against the 49ers. It's going to be that Bears offense. The 49ers defense can't stop them. He may not get a lot of points, but he is a reliable tight end on anybody's fantasy football roster. Check him out for yourself. Check over his history. I recommend him as a tight end in fantasy football. He may not be your biggest numbers or your biggest points, but he may be your savior, and he will get numbers.
Agreed.
Yeah, he is.
Agreed.
Jawan Johnson of the Saints, sit him against us.
I don't know him.
I
Not
do.
getting the points.
He's not big on points, but he's on the field. He's not
Okay.
big on points, but he's out there. You got to wait. He's going to be one of those big play touchdown
What do you think, Brian?
tight end players.
I'd start him because I mean, it just sucks that you lost Taysom Hill, but again, we're later in the season, so hey, make a name for yourself, have some fun, get some playing time.
Rich, you good with this?
Yes.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, tight end recommendations. Week 14, 2024
We
season.
did it.
NFL.com. Kickers. Quite frankly, by now, ladies and gentlemen, once we talked enough about the teams, the players, and how they've been doing, you should kind of know who you want and who you're going to roll with. Kickers and defenses roll together. This should be quick. Stardoms. Chris Boswell of the Steelers. Cameron Dicker of the Chargers. Jake Bates of the Lions. That's Rich's man. Brandon Aubrey. Holy smokes, the beginning of this season. This dude was on fire. Chase
All good kickers. All good kickers right now.
Blake Grupe of the Saints. John Romo. Romo looks real familiar. Brandon McManus, Tyler Bass, Jason Sanders, Matthew Wright, Stardoms. Siddums. Young Ho Koo. I would not. Jason Ryan.
He's a good kicker.
Yes, he is. Eddie Pinheiro, probably. Jake Elliott, I would not sit him. Hell no. Daniel Carlson, maybe. Cairo Santos.
No. Carlson get some kicks.
Yes.
We'll get some kicks in.
Joshua Carty. Nick Folk. Graham Gano.
Graham Gano will.
Anders
And
Carlson.
Little will.
Yeah. Those are your sit.
Well, that's it. That's if the offense could produce. If not, then
That's where all this is coming from. Their offense doesn't produce.
I
If
might
they
say
don't get
Cam
downfield,
Little may just hit some 40-yarders.
He just might. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your kicker recommendations. Week 14, 2024 season.
Yeah, Brandon Aubrey. Yeah, he better not.
Brandon Aubrey was knocking out 65 yarders at the beginning of the season. Monster. Start them and sit them defenses. Vikings defense against the Cardinals, no debate. Anybody.
No.
Anybody. I just want to make sure. Who is this? Mike, you got to hold on a second. We're going to get to it. Just hold on.
Ooh,
New Orleans Saints defense against the Giants. I have a no-brainer on that one.
Yeah, that hurt. And an Eric Ebron type of season too.
Exactly. Arizona.
And I was a
Cardinals
big
Seahawks.
fan of Eric Ebron too, man.
You have to start your Arizona defense pretty much against anybody.
They're quick.
You have to. 49ers defense, that's all they got pretty much relying on right now. Offense is kind of shaky off injury-wise. Run that defense, especially against the Bears. Oh, God, yes. Sit them. Green Bay Packers defense against the Lions, 100%. No, stop. Wait, no. I wouldn't have.
That was a close game. Yeah.
That was a
That
close
was a
game.
very good game, a tight
Very
game.
good game,
Coming
yeah.
back, feel me. That was a good game. Detroit Lions defense sit them against the Packers, negative.
Yeah.
All hands on deck, both sides. That would have been undeniably a no for me on both sides. Chargers defense.
Tail end of the season.
I don't know about that one. Chargers against I wouldn't sit them.
Go guns
That's an
blazing.
important game for
I
them.
wouldn't have set the Chargers. I wouldn't sit the Chargers defense personally. I would not. But they say sit them. The Cowboys defense sit them.
Yes.
Because the Cowboys looking like ridiculousness.
Yeah, I'd sit them.
The Cowboys are looking like ridiculousness. Period.
Explain that. Explain that.
Look at their record. Enough said.
No, but they're playing Cincinnati, who can't stop anybody.
Okay, let me
Yeah,
put it this way. You know how people try to say the greatest player isn't Michael Jordan? People bring up 6 rings. Look at Dallas Cowboys record. No. And I'm gonna be a little bit biased on this.
I mean, think about it. They lost 6 straight home games.
I'm watching the games. Dallas is disheveled for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on down there. I do not. They do not have much faith from their fan base alone. Damn the critics. They got no faith from the fan base, and I'm friends with a lot of Cowboys fans.
As am
Everybody.
I.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your defensive recommendations for Week 14, 2024 season, of course, at NFL.com. Now that we got that out of the way, Mike, what you got over here so we can go ahead and talk some talk, and then we're going to get to Rich with his record, then we're going to let Brian do his spill. Go, Mike, go.
Okay. We never talk about tackles,
No, we don't. Most people
and
don't.
I don't know why we don't.
Yeah.
But for some reason today I hope we do. There you
Ooh,
go.
Daniel Hunter. That's what's up.
Hmm.
Now I don't know a lot about this, and this is something I
Defensive
need.
tackles.
TFL.
This is something I need to get better at.
Stopping the run, sacking the quarterback.
But there's points in fantasy for this, right?
In some leagues, they do have defensive positions
Okay.
that you can
Yeah,
place
yeah.
on. And that's
Yeah,
on
like
I
sleeper.
think it's actually ESPN and Yahoo. I forgot. I've been in one. TJ Watt, Miles
Dion's
Garrett.
not going to accept that coaching position. He's not going to bend the knee to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones wants a yes man.
Wait a minute. You two, hold that thought. Let's get past this. Hold that damn thought. See, Sasha, you starting shit, but I like it. Thank you. Go ahead. Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Coming off of the X.
Mike, you
Okay,
got too many screens on one screen.
No. Just hold on. Just hold yourself. Yeah. I
No,
can
you
do it.
hold yourself. Thank you.
Oh, that's after the show. Okay, here we
Sound
go.
like you did already. We're going.
There you go. So we were talking about points, right? We were
Yes.
talking about kickers and how important it is, and this is Fireman Rich's groove. Like he knows. Like, and I know nothing about this kind of stuff. But
Well, I know Boswell there for the Pittsburgh. The Steelers always had a good kicker, but Bates, he's just ever since the U.S.
but look at that, 128 of their points are
Mhm.
kicks.
You was talking about that beginning of the season. You
And
were-
That's insane.
And they're on
But the
close
biggest-
games too, Michael.
the
They
biggest-
quite a bit of games won on the kickoff or kick, and
The
lost.
biggest
on-
shocker, though, is number 8.
But here's the scary thing. If you look here, players with the most points scored, they're kickers.
Here's the crazy part. Chris Boswell, the Steelers, on a team that doesn't get a lot of points a lot, is
Yeah.
the highest.
That's because of the defense.
Yes, the highest scoring kicker. Oh, that's crazy. Now, Kaimi Fairbairn, I had him. He was my preseason pick. He's been on my roster. He's been kidding it because I was running off of the Texans' motivation.
He has slightly
momentum.
improved, but there's still some he still misses the 30-yarders. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
People in your face, you got to get it above their hands because they're going to jump right in front of you.
Yeah, I
Will
know.
Lutz,
But the biggest shocker is Justin Tucker. Like, wow,
mhm. Yeah, that's a decline for him in my
that's a
opinion.
decline. This is
That's a
like the
decline.
worst season for him ever.
And Brandon Aubrey, Mike, you was talking about him last season, and I watched him this season. He was knocking out 65 yarders at the beginning of the season.
Okay,
He
we're
was
trying.
knocking out. Yes.
We're trying to keep it here on the fantasy football.
Why is Nico not on there? I know he was out for a little bit, but still.
But do you see here? Yeah. Thank you for doing that, Tony.
hmm
Appreciate that. T. Higgins, look at that. Isn't that something?
Hmm.
AJ Brown, we've been talking about him for weeks with no respect at all.
I'm surprised Justin
Drake
Jefferson
London,
is
people
below-
were being disrespectful in the room
Justin
right here.
Jefferson is below Jamar Chase. That's a shocker.
I'm just surprised seeing Neighbors in number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nico
Wow.
Collins, man, he needed to
Oh,
be
yeah.
on this.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Nico on the list. Now, you see Drake London's over there, number 9. Remember we talked about him earlier?
Hmm.
And they're wondering about his relevance. CeeDee Lamb was on a decline, too. He's pissed. CeeDee Lamb is pissed this
He's a
season.
good
He
receiver.
should be.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Here's someone we don't talk about. We never talk about Cooper, ever. We never talk about Puka anymore. We did
No, we
last
do.
year.
Well, they were hurt and they just came back.
No, but we're supposed to keep this audience on the abreast of what might happen, not
We
what
do that.
happened,
We do that.
what
We do
might
that.
happen.
We do that every week.
We try.
We do it every week.
Yeah.
What you got next?
I love this one.
Nice.
Can you flip
That's
it the
a
way you
win.
had it before, please?
That tells me that the Chargers defense is better than people are giving them credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good point. Yeah.
Look at Detroit. Look at Detroit. Now take the Chargers record and Detroit's record and look at what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on in everybody's aspect? Detroit's 11-1. The Chargers are what? 8-4.
And then you look, you got Minnesota at 10-2, and Falcons at what? 11 and
The Falcons. are
Guys, that's
six.
dramatically
the Eagles
less.
are what?
Falcons are
Eagles
6-6. They're
What
Tampa.
188 in comparison to 203 is the second. That's a
Yeah, I know,
lot.
but the Eagles are what? 10-2 or 11-1?
10-2.
10-2. 10-2.
Okay, so there you go.
Fewest points allowed. You are 8-4, but you only allowed 188 points. It's not your defense. That's your offense.
Mhm.
It's like they're scoring off your interceptions.
Dude, that helmet is so dope. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I love it.
The Detroit Lions helmet?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
that's dope.
There needs to be a jacket.
Fireman Rich, who would you pick of these three? There is no right or wrong answer. They're all good. Just do it intuitively.
Oh, I don't know. Seeing that there's two Detroit Lions,
Montgomery.
take one of the Montgomery.
I won my fantasy league a few years ago with Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be a little bit biased. However, if I was to go off of another type of aspect, I think I'm gonna take Jahmyr Gibbs over Montgomery. Even though
The
Montgomery,
next 4 weeks. That's my question. For the next
out
4
of
weeks.
these three, probably
out of
Jahmyr,
the-
probably Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about you, Brian?
Montgomery.
Okay. Josh Jacobs. It's now recorded. So we'll see in 4 weeks how that
Yes,
turns
we will.
out.
Yes, we will.
So that's a great thing. I've got one more here if you have time.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Oh, Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. But isn't that something
Andy
that
Reid is like Andy Reid is just a sick evil genius because he incorporates college players with the really pro plays, and plus he utilizes their strength and weaknesses. He's an evil sick genius.
You will call him an evil sick genius. I call Belichick a mad scientist when they beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl. I was watching.
I
that
mean,
game.
my God, like Dr.
It was-
Robotnik, man.
What he did to Carolina was horrific in that Super Bowl. It pissed me off, and I was pulling for Carolina, but he controlled them. Mad scientist. Talk about
Same.
Belichick, not Reid. Sorry. Top
so
10.
I like Bucky Brooks. He's one of my favorite analysts. I don't know if the average person knows who he is, but
He used to be a linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 55.
Thank you
very
for
good. Very
Has
good.
a Super Bowl.
Do you guys disagree with this at all? If what would you change the numbers around a bit?
What is this?
Top
Power
10 team rankings. I got you, Sasha. Here's my debate. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah.
Wasn't giving enough credit to me. They're not giving
CBS has Lions, Bills, Kansas City. They have Philadelphia, switched it around. And then they got Vikings number 5, Green Bay, Pitt. They got the Chargers ahead of the Baltimore. And then, so it's other than Chargers, Baltimore switched on your list, and Philly, Kansas City. It's pretty. They're all the same in the top 10. That's off of CBS. Pete Prescott's list.
Can you guys believe that Denver's in the 10? That's
I'm just looking
amazing.
at that.
I'm
How
like,
did-
yeah, where's Houston?
Houston's not up there.
Houston
Seattle.
gets no respect.
I
Seattle
think that's
should
near
be-
Texas.
Seattle should be up there, in my opinion, too. Denver's doing good. Now, big ups to Mike for talking about Bo Nix and him having a decent season is being shown. But I'm surprised Seattle's not up there. They're a bit more of a powerhouse.
Okay.
AFC play, yeah.
See-
That looks pretty accurate right there. Yeah, the 4th seed because yeah.
I got
Oh,
nothing
you,
against
you laughing at me, Sasha? You
I got
laughing at
nothing
me?
against this. Yeah, I got nothing
I
against
think
it.
you laughing at me, Sasha. You laughing at me?
See, this is where you get a lack of respect as far as the Bills. The Bills have probably one of the greatest seasons going right now, and they're always down there at the bottom of the barrel and stuff.
That was funny, Sasha. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. Rich,
No. They're second
I-
place there, bud. See,
Oh, I'm
see the
misreading
two.
it. Okay.
See the little two.
I think they should be second place.
They are second. That's what they
But
got there.
they should be above Kansas City right now because they're playing better ball than Kansas
you
City.
know what's crazy about the AFC side now that I look at it? No Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati should be up there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
but
Cincinnati-
but they haven't won enough games. That's the problem.
Yeah, and look at you're right.
It's a very frustrating year.
Cincinnati's what, 4-8? What's Cincinnati's record?
We almost look like we knew what we were doing today.
Listen, we know. Listen, we're the only ones not mad. All the other analysts are. We do know what we're doing.
You know,
Or they're pissed off on their
Cincinnati is 4-8.
Okay, that's why they're not in playoff picture. My apologies.
how did we do last year?
bringing it
This
up
week?
right now,
There you
Michael.
go.
Bring it up now. That's what we need next.
I'm afraid to look.
Yeah,
The home field is going to be Kansas City, Sasha. Just for the record, it's going to be Kansas City. That's exactly what it's looking like.
Yeah. Is Tony still killing us?
this is just for last week, week 13. Tina
Okay.
came through with 14 and 2 losses. That's Ted also, and I also. Somehow I came through with 14 and 2 also. Michael. You and CBS came out with 13 and 3. Tony, you had a couple.
Oh, Tony, I'm catching up, buddy.
Yeah.
500, baby.
And
500.
And you can see we don't have Captain Rehab on there because he's been going. We got him on the overall listing. As far as that goes, this is the overall listing as how it stands.
Ooh,
After
I'm
198
creeping up.
games.
I'm creeping up there,
So,
Tony.
I
Yes.
moved up into the 3rd spot after last week. Again, Captain Rehab, he's MIA now.
How the hell did someone get 14 right? That's insane. Way to go.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's just the way they lined up and stuff. There's only 1 or 2 games.
Look at Tony.
Yes, Sasha, I do. I rolled the dice.
Yeah, you do roll the dice there.
I rolled the dice. I'm
Not
like,
just
let's
here.
go.
You do it over there in Glick's picks too. Actually.
Sometimes though it did pay off though.
Yeah.
It did pay off.
Once in 1973, it worked out.
Rolling the dice.
I
over.
wasn't born then.
That's
I know.
pretty. That's when you get the excitement out of it. Rolling the dice. And I
Yeah.
think that from my former days.
Agreed.
Gambling. You know what the favorites are, and then the favorites
Yeah.
don't always come through. So you got to pick who you like. That's what I enjoy about fantasy football. I got players that I like. They're going to have their recommendations, but
Yeah,
who
'cause
do you
I mean-
like may happen because not everybody's going to be right. They want you to make your own decisions.
Because
14
if
is
you think of it-
amazing,
If
though,
you think about
Rich.
it, like last season, Captain Rehab said, "Hey, D Hop's gonna break out," and we're like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, Will Levis takes over as quarterback. Tannehill gets benched, and what happened? 3 touchdowns later, under D Hop. I was like, damn, he
Mhm.
rolled the dice on that one.
What you got here?
This is per CBS Sports as far as power rankings the quarterbacks. And I think they're pretty spot on,
Yeah, I think you're right, buddy.
except Brock Purdy. I don't know. He's
Oh yeah, the undefeated Miami.
Well, you look at Burrows. He's on a team that
undefeated
and you can
Miami
see his frustration when he's just saying, "I'm doing what he's doing everything capable of winning, but he's just not getting the winning the game. But he's still number 3 with the numbers that he's throwing up."
Exactly. Remember, I was saying earlier, he doesn't get enough credit. He should be up there. His record's terrible, but look at what you get as far as
Yeah,
the
but
power.
his team is horrible, buddy. They can't stop anything.
Yeah.
They're horrible. Like, and
What's going on with them?
offensively, they're great.
We got to see what's going on with them because they should be better. I'm surprised. But Joe Burrow is a beast when he's healthy. Gentlemen, any closing thoughts?
I'm really.
Would you, Michael? Last week we were talking about rookies of the year. Now, is Bo Nix considered as a rookie this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear his name at all mentioned. I don't know if that's someone that we need to keep an eye on as a possible rookie of the year.
A lot of people are saying he's in the running with Jaden Daniels, but he's not been super healthy.
Okay.
It's usually a quarterback that wins. It's rarely,
Yeah.
and it's all done through votes. And that was the thing. The other day, I saw rookies that were in the votes, and number 3 was the running back I just said, Steely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought,
He's
how?
doing
He's
season.
barely played. He's barely played, but they voted for him.
Yeah.
So it is a kind of a
Mixed bag.
popularity
Yeah.
contest.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Gotcha. Brian, you ain't been here in a minute. Anything you want to bring forth, catch up on?
Yeah, I gotta make my adjustments because tomorrow afternoon I fly out to the OUK for the whole week.
What's her
So-
name? No?
She works the front desk.
Yeah.
At the hotel. A buddy of mine got me a flight voucher. He works and lives out there, so
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So he was like saying it's been 7 years since I've been out there. He's like, come on back.
Cool.
So if you were to say meet Mrs. Right there, would you stay? Let's say you go to the pub, you meet this girl. She's like your soulmate. She's your Taylor Swift, and you're
Oh,
Travis. You know.
no, but bad
Bad
No,
combo.
I know. I
Bad
did that on
analogy.
purpose.
Bad combo.
Look at Tony. He's like, what the hell is Michael doing?
Well, gentlemen, I'm good if you're good. Rich, you got anything you want to add?
No, I'm
Be
good.
like, she'd be like my Salma. Ooh, Salma Hayek has a restaurant in London.
There we go. But like I was saying earlier, Trevor Lawrence's teammate was fined for attacking the guy that gave him the big hit there last week and stuff. So
That should have been waived because I mean that's just what you do, man. You got to protect your guys.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the thing is, it was interesting. Before we came on here, I was watching an interview. Tom Brady. They was asking. I would figure, yeah, they should have been hit, and he was like right in the middle where, hey, he's why not? If a quarterback goes down too late while the guy's coming in, why not find the quarterback for dropping too late? Where
Right.
he should have had. And the thing is, some of the coaches to make these design plays, they're putting their quarterback at risk too. So it's not necessarily just the quarterback fault. It could be the coach's fault as well as the quarterback itself. So I looked at that hit, and that's probably one of the most vicious hits I've seen in a long time. That I'm surprised he was able to get up and walk after that, because if I took a hit like that, I'm gone, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what she wrote.
That's a bunch of us. I agree.
I want to talk about the Penix thing before.
Third grade.
Yeah,
we talk-
bring it up. Bring it up.
Let's I want, because Tony
Mhm.
at the beginning of the year was Michael Penix. We got to get him to play, and explain to me what is your resistance? Because do you think they're going to lose the season if they bring him in? I don't get it. What's your worry? Because they don't have the firepower to win the whole thing.
They got the firepower to win the whole thing. They got the firepower to make it to the playoffs. He has to be on the field. He has to play more than just one game. The one game they did bring him off the bench, he did okay, but we don't see enough of a consistency, in my opinion, from his performance. So he's going to be the man. Are they going to? I don't think Jacksonville is.
No,
I don't think Jacksonville is, and I will say I don't think they will.
like what they need to do is reevaluate the offensive line. Like you got to get a better, like they got to coach better or find a better coach for the offensive line. And then two, coming forward the draft, you got guys from like Boise State, you got guys from Colorado, and you got like all the Midwestern colleges, Iowa and all that, like big corn-fed brick wall guys. Like you need that. If you get guys like that to on the front line, Jacksonville will
Well,
be better. Trevor Lawrence will
that's
perform
keeping the
better.
quarterback in the pocket. The quarterback is protected in the pocket.
Because when it's like when it was like Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott's rookie year, Dallas put a lot of investment in that front line, and that's why they did as well as they did their rookie year.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So-
Mike, hold on to that for 1 second because we got another topic we were supposed to talk about and I forgot. Brian, you good with what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like Jacksonville just needs to either get a better offensive line coach or put a lot of scouting in the in the offensive
I would
line.
agree with that. Trevor Lawrence, I think, is still a good quarterback.
He is a really good quarterback. The man has a strong work ethic, no doubt about it. But the thing is, you gotta protect him.
Yes.
Now, let me throw this up because this came up earlier and I meant to come back to it. Cowboys getting Deion as a coach.
Deion will not bend the knee.
I saw where Auburn may be an area for him to go coach next after Colorado.
No, really?
That would work.
Really?
That would work. That would work.
Abbott?
That would work. Now, you want to see money? You want to see ratings?
wow.
Deion and Auburn? That would work. Could he do it? Yeah.
Well, no, he's coaching at top Colorado. That's not no second-rate
No,
university.
they're not second rate, but he would bring Auburn back to some serious relevancy.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is though, Jerry
Yeah,
Jones wants a yes
he knows
man.
how it works.
We're over that. We're over there, Brian.
Jerry Jones wants a yes man. Dion will not bend the knee.
He don't have to bend the knee. He got a Super Bowl with them. He ain't got to do nothing but just.
I understand that. But
Now
the thing
you
about
want
it
to
is,
recruit.
Jerry Jones likes to micromanage. Jerry
Brian.
Jones is a dictator.
Brian, can I just say one little thing here? Because I know you're going to go on a rant here. So I think for a moment what will happen is all logic will leave that little brain of that 80-year-old who is not all there.
Who?
If he
Jerry Jones.
Jerry
Yeah.
Jones.
if he can get the son and
Yeah.
he can get the dad, he'll do it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I kept saying all along. I was like, the biggest detriment to Dallas is Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is a dictator. He's got to be involved in everything.
Mhm.
The thing about it is, his ego is so big. That's why, like, why you think Barry Switzer was fired and Jimmy Johnson was fired? Because they got all the credit for the Super Bowl and they left him aside. So Jerry's ego got all butt hurt. That's why he fired him, because he's like, "Oh, I could get any coach to manage the team and go to the Super Bowl."
Okay, here, hold
look
on
at
for a
that.
second.
3
I
years
I
later,
think
we're still
he's
failing.
he's been served some humble pie recently. He is getting up in age, and he is probably thinking he has a chance with that
I didn't
combination.
think about that, Sasha. I didn't think about that. Hell of a point.
But Jerry Jones wants a yes man.
That's something to watch for.
Oh my God, I forgot about Hunter. Oh my God,
Exactly. That's.
Oh my God.
That says a lot. That says a lot.
Sasha, I like your brain.
Yeah, I know. But you ever see that movie Intolerable Cruelty?
It's been a while.
Okay,
His son has been there making decisions, Sasha. I 100% agree. People don't talk about his son being there, and Jerry Jones setting everything up for his son to take over. That's true. I agree with that 100%.
but man, I mean, okay. So in the scene of Intolerable Cruelty, George Clooney meets his boss, like the owner of the firm, and this guy is like 150 years old with IVs and ventilators. That'd be Jerry Jones going, "We got to get this quarterback."
I think though, I think you need to get some therapy about this. I think you need to let it
Brian
go.
needs therapy on not only this, but politics. That will
I
be later
know he
today.
hates the Cowboys. Like his nose flare when he's
I'm not wrong.
I'm on your ass tonight. Wait till I drop him off.
Pause.
I'm on your ass. Oh, yeah, pause.
Unpause.
I have a
Go.
question. Who are the best teams in the snow?
Green Bay and Buffalo right now.
Buffalo and Pittsburgh.
Green Bay.
Or
Browns.
Cleveland. You could put Cleveland in that mix
Yeah.
too.
You could.
Tennessee.
No.
No
We just talked about this.
Yes, we did.
problem at quarterback. Oh,
$275 million problem. I don't think.
Sunshine alone.
I think they overpaid. I think they overpaid for Dak. Right?
They did not overpay for Dak. We're going to stop that right there. You know what? Time to go over. I apologize to everybody. Glick, if you're watching, sorry. We're going to go
no, he's
ahead.
not up yet.
Good. Mike.
Want it back?
Mike. Dak was not overpaid. He did not have a losing season.
Yeah.
He made it to the playoffs a couple times. Only won a couple games. That's fine. But he didn't have a
Right.
losing season. Now, Sasha, you was asking why would they keep Mike McCarthy? Once again, he didn't have a losing season. This is maybe their first losing season. That means you're worth the money. They paid Jeff Fisher all them years with a bad season and just being consistent as a coach. So Dak is not overpaid. Trevor Lawrence may be overpaid because he's still kind of early, young in his career, didn't really produce
Yeah.
a whole lot. But I don't see him leaving Jacksonville. If they trade him, maybe the only reason that he leaves unless he gets pissed off or frustrated.
What I have noticed with Baker Mayfield is, like, since he stopped doing commercials, he's playing better.
True. Good point. That's
Baker had to make up that money he was supposed to have been gotten since he got drafted because he's finally having a decent time, and I'm happy for him. I really am happy for
But
him.
he played for
too.
Oklahoma.
You know what, Sasha? I said that a few weeks ago. The thing with Dallas is if you don't make it to the Super Bowl, people don't think you're relevant. But we cannot deny the fact that there is no losing season, and this may be the first one.
The Messiah.
This motherfucker right here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this.
Oh, praise thee,
I've got some comments on
Rodgers.
this guy. If you're going to bring up his
Oh,
face,
the money, ho, hey, ho, ho.
I agree, Sasha.
Nobody
he may be done with the Jets. He
No,
says
he is. He
back
is.
next season. He says he plans on being back next season. Let's be clear. He wasn't 100% this year. He was not.
No.
And nobody's talking about that. He is still averaging about 20 points a game in fantasy from what I remember before the interceptions because he was getting close to 170, 200 yards a game. I'm not mad at him for that. He just wasn't winning. He just wasn't winning. He could still play. But his attitude, I can see it in his face on the field. Every time he messes up a play, he looks on the sideline. He's showing a lot of what he's frustrated about, what he's pissed about. Things aren't working. Rookie of the week.
Yeah. Cannot deny it.
I'm gonna let you have this one. I can't debate it yet.
Yeah,
Rookie
because
of the
like
season.
last
Let's
week,
go ahead, Carl. Go ahead.
last week when I picked him up in one of my ESPN leagues, 4 touchdowns. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy, Sasha? That's the same thing Brett Favre did. Get all the praise and then take none of the blame. So it was not an Aaron Rodgers thing. That's something else. That
If
is
I could interject, Aaron
Yes, sir.
Rodgers, he signed with the Jets through 2025, but it's hard to imagine any new general manager will recommend paying him the $35 million bonus he's due in the offseason. They'll likely just take the $49 million dead cap and move on. And I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing because he's been a complete disaster. He's looking older, even though he can throw a football. Okay, but he's looking older, beat up every time he takes the field. He said he might want to keep on playing. That's wishful thinking. He's 41. He just turned 41. His birthday was last week, I believe. But one of the AFC scouts said that I don't know who would want him. He comes with a lot of headaches and demands, and the way he plays his last few years, it's not worth it. And I think that's the bottom line with him as far as he needs to retire. He needs to go into broadcasting. I think he'd be excellent as a broadcaster and stuff. He's getting some experience there with his buddy on ESPN there. And
Whoa.
I just think he needs to go.
Whoa. You think so, Sasha? Whoa.
What's that? Dak to the Jets? No.
Whoa.
No.
Look, his career is already ruined since he's been with Dallas. Why are you going to ruin the first? Like, you're burying him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mike, I need you to go back to like 2 or
You're
3
burying
slides.
him when he goes to Cleveland.
I need you to go back 2 or 3 slides, Mike.
Nah, but overall, though,
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Rodgers needs
You
to
see that right
retire
there?
and just take 2 years off and just
You see
let
that
his
right
body
there?
heal up, get his mind right.
Is that Hall of Fame worthy would be my question.
Consistency, yes.
Yes,
Consistency.
Well,
absolutely.
Look who his predecessor was.
Yes, but he has surpassed that.
I know. So he took lessons from him.
And he would even say that. His predecessor would say that. He has high regards for this guy.
He has surpassed him. And what else?
Because whatever Coach Cowher says is law.
The Steelers are known for maintaining legacy coaches. Am I wrong?
Coach Bill Cowher wrote the 10 Commandments of coaching.
There was a coach before him that was better than him, wasn't there? Who was the coach before Cowher with the Steelers? Somebody. Nobody remembers.
Oh, I like this. Tomlin was a Hall of Famer 10 years ago.
Yes, he was.
That's nice.
Cowher, who was the coach before Cowher with the Steelers?
Hang on.
Knox, thank you.
Knox,
He's
yeah.
the man.
Knox was okay. He's good.
He set the standard with that franchise. Everybody's been following in that. Everybody's been following that. Rich, did you have anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good there. I just wanted to say about Aaron that bit. You bring up Aaron. I got to air that. He needs to go. He needs to retire from football. And I think he needs to go into broadcasting if he wants to do anything with football.
It wasn't Knox. It was Noel. It was Chuck Noel. Thank you, Sasha.
Noel,
I had it
Noel,
wrong
yes,
myself.
yeah.
Noel was the one that
Chuck
kind
Noll
of.
from 1969 to 1991.
Yeah, he was the standard for the
He
Steelers.
was a solid coach.
With a total of 193 wins, 148 losses.
Mike, I have tried to save these images and I can't. It will not let me pull them back up.
Oh, he was the Maxwell Football Club NFL Coach of the Year back in 1989. He was the UPI AFC Coach of the Year in 1972. Chuck Noll, very impressive. But
I like that one.
But
Tony, just to let you know, Glick is not up. He might not be broadcasting because he's
he may not. He's fine. I just try to make sure I don't get on here. So
Yeah,
we're
he's
good. We're good.
now, Coach Cower, though,
We're not up, so I'm not tripping. I'm normally trying to get off because I got to do something with him or they're coming on. But we're good. We're good. We're good. Thank you for
yeah,
that.
Coach
Yeah.
Cower, though, AP NFL Coach of the Year 1992, Sporting News NFL Coach of the Year 1992, Sporting News NFL Coach of the Year 2004.
Yeah,
I love this one, guys. Isn't that good?
that is good.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's
The one
clean.
with the
That's
Angels-
clean.
The one with the Angels I like, but I would like it in blue. I could take it in red. I just would like it in blue. There was another one you had. I tried to save it and I can't.
Yeah. Well, it's sometimes like the memories we have of women. I get it.
I like that one. That says it all right there
Yep, that's a good one.
because you don't have the logo
Yep.
and it
It's
says
that's
exactly what
another.
you're doing.
That's a good clean one too.
Yeah, that would be my preference right now. So
True. Not
Thank you, Sasha.
not denying that one. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Sasha. We're gonna do this, man. Y'all get ready because we're gonna start that up. I'll see what we can do sometime during the week. The holidays are coming, so I know everybody's gonna be busy. I may wait till after the new year, probably after tax season for a lot of folks, because when they come off the holiday, they tend to go back to work and try to get caught up or try to build up their time. But definitely, Brian, Sasha, I want you there. You'll be the new one, and I appreciate you. Seriously, I'm glad you want to be a part of it. Rich, Mike, y'all know y'all already in the game. Fantasy Football Hall of Fame since the inception of fantasy football. I would like for us to work on that.
Okay.
I have not seen anybody anywhere do that. Once again, I'm always trying to do something nobody else has done. Brian, I appreciate you. You got to get your ass available.
Yeah, I know. Works.
That's why he's going to Europe.
No, he's going to make us available for somebody else over there.
Establish that NFL in the Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting his ass available.
Sasha, I know you're up with the crew at night. If you got some fans over there, some football talkers, try and build on your end as well if you don't mind, sir. And you know we'll be in touch with no problem, please. Rich, I know you got time to look over some things. And even when you're looking at topics of conversations during the week, you could almost be done this week yourself alone. You could.
No, it's good being here. This is we got a good team and stuff like that,
Yes.
and we're gelling. And like I've always say that I'm sitting here the 45 minutes just saying, yeah, we're gonna be doing, and then so I look forward to this every Sunday and stuff. This is it's a
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I was watching some replays of Ted's broadcast and looking at all the stuff we've done back in the dude. Y'all got to get back on Late Night Parents. Ted's. We talked about some serious stuff in these previous broadcasts.
you guys are on too freaking late.
No, I watched the replays.
Okay.
And I'll go. I've been catching up on some of the topics we were talking about. I'm looking at what we talked about back then and how still relevant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We have covered, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, we have covered some shit.
Yeah.
All of you other live streamers and broadcasters and everybody out there, y'all suck compared to us. I'm gonna do it. All right.
Oh
I'm
my
laying.
God!
Y'all
Here we go
suck
again.
compared to us. Y'all
Someone
suck.
beat him with a shovel.
We are hell. We are hell. I'm telling you, y'all got to check some of the old ones. I want to throw them up so bad,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you, Sasha.
Trust me, latenightparents.com. Y'all check out Ted Hicks, Fireman Rich over there. That's my man, Morning Coffee. We do this, man. That's my boy. That dude, and big ups to the missus. Your wife trips me out. Mike started a lot of this for me. I'm telling y'all right now, rolling with him on Haps, I met the majority of everybody after Randy, after Revolution McGinnis, after Izzy. I've run with you, and look at where we at right now. This is what we was working on. This is what we was talking about. And it wasn't even about the money. It was about being up here.
That's extra. If it comes along.
Yeah, you got 3 different types of broadcasters up here. Guest hosts who can't keep a schedule, but I know what he's got going on. I can barely keep a schedule. These other 2 guys right here, they on the regular. And Mike comes on when he feels like about as bad as I am.
Yeah.
He really is. But we got I know. We got something good. We can make this better. And this is always my thing. Never to
No, if anything, this is an example for others that were back in the Haps days. It's a simple thing. We have more tools today, platforms to go on. It's a smorgasbord and stuff like that. Michael shows that with the TikTok right now and stuff. I hope TikTok comes through and they sell it because I want to get on TikTok. I'm not totally against TikTok.
TikTok, you don't stop.
Listen,
And every time when Mike is on, I have my gratitude.
Yeah,
anytime
You better,
we
man.
have TikTok, Rich, we still got Rumble.
right.
Oh yeah, that's true. That
You
is
still got Rumble.
exactly true as far as that goes.
Unless we're doing James Brown.
Good
Now,
God.
I wanted to take this over to Rumble, but
Yeah.
Rumble's having an issue linking up with LinkedIn and Facebook. I don't know what's going on there because I'm probably going to cut down on subscribing to everything so much.
Facebook sucks.
Expenses down. Shut up. Just to bring my expenses down. But my whole thing is Rumble. I can do this on when I do the
Facebook is
music.
the devil.
I'm actually taking a break from the music because of what's going on with the industry and all the controversy
Right,
in the entertainment world. As much as I still want to get out there and do something, I'm catching myself like, maybe I need to wait. Maybe I need to wait. That's why there's so many gaps. I'll probably do a couple more this year, but I got to bring down some of my subscriptions because it's starting to pick up. So.
Yeah.
And I blame Brian for getting me on that damn Disney Plus, but Disney Plus just added Hulu with no problem. I can't with y'all. But gentlemen, I'm good.
Hey,
If
man,
you're
don't be
good.
knocking the Mandalorian.
I don't. I
There
don't
you
know none of them. I'm
Yeah.
trying to find some way to get Paramount Plus in here at a cheaper price and cut cable. That's the next jam. I'm trying to work on cutting cable.
Ah,
I
okay.
hate that I'm thinking about doing it, but I got to cut my expenses.
But yeah, I'm thinking about upgrading my Verizon plan because I get like Disney Plus, Hulu, all that too. So, and right now I'm using my friend's Paramount Plus, and I'm watching Landman. That is a damn good show about the oil field in Texas. Started.
Why don't
Oh
you-
well, Kramer's on that, I think.
Y'all
That's
are
a
killing
throwback
me
show.
using
guys are
everybody else's subscriptions instead of
Seinfeld.
paying for your own. You can't relate to what I'm talking about until
Well,
you
she
pay.
doesn't use it, so she's like, "Yeah, use mine." I'm
No,
like,
Still
"Great,
being cheap. You're still being cheap.
man." Inflation is at all-time high here.
You're still
Mhm.
being cheap. Mike, appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't
Hashtag-
afford it, but most of my paychecks are going to my truck upkeep.
Because you
I
got an
just-
expensive ass truck.
I just dropped $1,200 on a brand new water pump and front
Oh,
brakes.
wow.
Yeah. I believe
Well,
you.
It adds up.
Well, I mean,
Hashtag
I knew
shout
the
MGB.
front brakes,
Y'all
I knew
check
the
out my
front brakes
man.
needed to work, but the water
Check out
pump
my
caught me
man,
by
Michael
surprise because the
Bathurst
water
down
pump
there.
happened when I was coming home.
God damn
like,
it, Brian. So what? So what? So what? Shout out to
Brian,
Michael
Brian,
Bathurst.
hit it and quit it,
Hashtag
Brian.
MGB.
Hit it and quit it.
Fireman Rick over there. Y'all check him out
Yeah.
on the Morning Coffee Monday,
Good
Wednesday,
God.
Fridays, Rumble Studio. Check out Brian if he ever decides to
Studio.
broadcast. And if he
Oh,
can
yeah.
stop being kicked off
Best
the
one ever.
platforms, he could be broadcasting like he's supposed to with his crazy ass. Y'all see me up here. Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know where I'm at. Y'all know how to find me. If you don't, you ain't been paying attention over the past 3 years. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Sasha, thank you for coming through. Tina, thank you for coming through. Who else was in here? Let me roll up. Let me roll. Scroll up. Ted was in the house temporarily. We know he's busy. Carmen, thank you for coming through. Gentlemen, I appreciate you all. We're going to knock this down so I can pass this on over there to somebody else. Look into working on Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. Each and every last one.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. I was thinking
Oh,
about you.
Sadie.
You made it. How
I
you
was thinking
doing?
about you,
Yes.
mademoiselle.
Donika, thank you for being here too.
Donika was here. Thank you,
Oh,
Donika.
yeah, she was.
I saw you and her on the other day. That was what's up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We mentioned you, by the way.
This is a fact. Oh, y'all did?
We did. We talked.
I was at work yesterday morning when y'all did
We
it.
sent love out to you. I said I had to quit Twitter Spaces because it got so crazy with you and I on it. I couldn't do it anymore.
This you could stop lying.
Well,
You on Twitter now.
look at the video. It's right in there
And
with
on
the first.
X right now, Michael's got 10 viewers on his X channel. I got 6 there, and if you
I'm on there too.
thank you for the viewers, and thank you for watching on the
Thank
replay.
you for
also.
Twitter. Thank you for Elon Musk. Thank you for cheeseburgers.
Yes.
Thank you for James Brown for knowing
Yes.
how to ooh-wee. Say it again, brother.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right
I
there.
think,
Yeah.
I think Restream. I think Rumble. I think StreamYard. I think Evmux. I think Facebook. I think YouTube. I think LinkedIn. I think Twitch. I think X/Twitter. I think TikTok. I think Instagram. I'm good with everybody. All
That's
y'all
right.
got to do is holler at us, so no problem. We're going to shut this down. I'm going to get ready for a game. I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm starting to get hungry, and y'all can't stop. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Maybe I'll be on later
Gratitude as you
tonight.
eat.
I noticed
I'll
Carmen
be
too.
working-
Thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
we did say what's up to Carmen. Yeah, big ups to Carmen.
Yeah.
I will be working on the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. We got to look at the history of players who had the best, who did this, and then we also going to have our preferences. So you all stand by for that. I might work on that tonight. Brian, you got to get on TikTok. Stop your shit. Get on the platform and stay there. All of us are on TikTok. And you know what? Let me throw this out there. All of us who live stream broadcast and been doing this since HAPS, let me tell y'all something. Why in the hell are none of you using Twitch when all of us are connected there? We're kicking
I
our
am
own.
using Twitch.
Yeah,
It's
that's how
on
I
right
message.
now.
That's how I message.
Rich and I
Brian.
talk through Twitch.
We don't primarily go there, and
No,
if
we
all
don't.
of us
He's
are on
right.
Twitch, all of us don't have our Twitch channels
I talk to
on.
Mike
nor
on,
are we-
on
but
Gmail
we're not paying attention to each other on Twitch.
whenever he answers.
We got DMs on Twitch. We over there on Twitch. We don't even have to pay for nothing. Our asses just don't get on there. What the hell?
Oh,
Oh, now he says, "Oh, this motherfucker." I'm getting out of here. I
Brian,
gotta,
do what you want. thank you, Sadie.
Sadie, thank you. Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank
you
you,
know what? And Sadie, I spoke on that more than once. Not everybody likes every platform. This is true. But the majority of us are on Twitch, and we can DM each other on Twitch.
See,
What
You know
do
what
we-
the weird thing
Sadie
is,
a
though,
very good
Tony, as
woman.
an observer? Do you know which platform
Sadie
is
an
the
awesome
most
woman.
like
She-
apps?
She stands by her people.
Rumble?
No.
Respect.
Not, you know what? The craziness of it and the looniness?
Which one?
TikTok. TikTok is so like apps.
Yeah, but TikTok is portrait.
It doesn't matter. I mean the energy of it. That
oh
you
yeah,
know, the,
yeah. It's
the-
a
the
wild,
peop-
wild west spot.
the,
yes,
the people
I agree.
coming in, it's
TikTok
nonstop for 3 seconds.
TikTok is the man.
That and then they're back.
It's this.
TikTok
Yeah,
is the
they're
man.
scrolling. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're scrolling nonstop.
35 sets of eyes. Thank you all for being here. We're going to shut this down. Catch you all later on. Thanks again, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Peace.
Like, share, subscribe, please.
See.